I was growing up,
when I was growing up, we were all very poor.
There was a big strike on,
There was hardly anything to eat. So Miss O'Brien stopped me mammy and she says,
"You send Nelly."
That was me.
Up in the convent in Garden Street, and she'll get something for you, maybe bread, maybe this, maybe that. So mammy said, "Well, I don't like her going up far." "Well, it's not far," she said. "Beside the chapel, Garden Street Chapel." So up and I went. She gave me a little bag or something, so up and I went. And it was a long walk up on me because I was in my bare feet. That time everyone was in their bare feet. So up and I went in any case. There was a big gate with a little door in it, so I knocked on it. And this big nun, I heard her coming down, and I looked up, and said she, "Yes, what do you want?" Says I, and I come up, says I, for something to eat. "Give me something to eat, bread or anything." "Well," says she, "who sent you?" Says I, "My mammy." So she said, "Wait here till I come back." So I wait, and she come back, and she had this big thing in her hand. "This makes lovely soup now," she said. "Take this home to mammy," she said, "and she'll make lovely soup." "Oh," says I, it's very heavy." "Ah, now," says she, "you won't be long getting home with it." So I went home and opened the door, and my mammy says to me, "Daddy, oh, Willie, look, she's after getting something." And my daddy said, "Oh, God bless us, it looks very big." So we took it to the table, and do you know what it was? A ram's head! With its horns and everything! A ram's head! I was jaded after walking home, really fell on my knees. Oh, the ram's head, and cuddly, wuddly, you know. Still, that's what I got.
Still waiting on the soup.
A hungry dinner came on me reeling, and the mice were squealing in me prison cell, and the L triangle goes jingle jangle all along the banks of the Royal Canal.
There was a superstition about the cards as well.
Oh,
Remember?
jeez. I suppose your ma won't allow you to earn of a Sunday.
The Hellfire Club.
The Hellfire Club, that's right.
And it's out up in the mountains, and there's meant to be cards.
Oh,
going
God,
on
help us,
or
cards.
something. And there was one night, and they were all up playing cards, and didn't the ace of spades fall on the floor? And did your man have to bend down to pick it up?
And he looks at the fella beside
He looks
him.
at the fella beside him, but, and isn't it cloven? It's a cloven.
Oh, the divot.
The
The hungry pig.
See now again, that's another
Came
superstition.
on me reeling, and the mice were squealing. In me
Hey!
What?
Do you know your man Ducky? Ducky! Ducky, yeah.
Oh, you mean duckhead?
No, I mean Ducky!
Oh, why is he called duckhead?
He's called Duck because he's never out with the river.
I want to know the egg.
I don't know. All I know is he's one of the animal gang.
Oh, yeah. Who?
The animal gang. Oh, these fellas, right? And they push in a taxi and they bring you up to Phoenix Park.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they beat the living daylight now, yeah. They make you hospital patients, don't they do?
Yeah, but that's just fighting between families.
Yeah. Also, them judges.
Yeah, what?
Yeah. And they use pitches forks.
Oh, do they? Yeah, that's because they's pig people.
What?
Pig people.
Yeah.
Pig people. threw the dart at my hand for me to catch it. Stuck in my finger. My finger swelled up, gave me the greatest pain for a few days.
This is what I call me bad finger today.
One of my hands is bigger than the other.
But you know what I do without my hand?
Oh, I clean my ear out with my hand. I scratch my ear and I clean it out.
I take a size 6 3/4 in a glove. But I don't go out much anymore because my nails is always breaking. I suppose that's to do with my age. But I have beautiful soft skin on my hands. And I can tell your fortune just by looking at your hand. But only if I'm in the mood. Only if I'm in the mood today.
My hands always getting me into mischief.
When I was at school, I was left-handed. Of course, I wasn't allowed to use my left hand. And then my left hand got very cold. I was known as a kid dog. So cold that it started to hurt. I don't know why it got so cold.
Come here now, warm your 2 hands for you.
I've seen your granny with no legs.
She does so have
Oh,
legs.
how come it looks like she's no legs then?
Yeah, because she hurted them. And she had to bend them up under her skirt.
Granny, no legs.
Ah, shut up! Shut up! Can we go and look for Bang Bang?
Yeah, I heard he's up by the 5 lamps.
We used to meet up by the 5 lamps.
Otherwise, the GPO. Heartbreaking Horner. His heart was broken there.
I used to love going up after working all week, you know, get me a few jobs done at home. I wasn't allowed to leave until I had them finished, and then I'd fly up to Arnott's or to Cleary's Clock and we'd all meet up and go dancing.
I used to miss me bus from outside of Arnott's. Too busy people watching.
The town hall or any of the old clubs would do, but I preferred the old time myself, you know, the foxtrot, quick steps, waltzes, we danced them all.
There's 10 pretty women. There's a shoulder where death comes to cry. There's a lobby with 900 windows.
Do you remember?
There's a
Do you remember when you'd go into the dance halls? All the fellas would be standing at the door.
Yeah.
And you hated past them.
Yeah.
And all the girls would be sitting around, you know. And then if a fella fancied you, he'd come up and he'd ask you to dance. I remember that one.
Oh, I remember going to one of them Haley halls.
Yeah.
And I was dancing a slow foxtrot, and I should have been dancing a Haley. Next thing, the band stops, and the accordionist orders off the dance floor. Says he, "It's strictly Haley, and if we don't like it, we know what we can do." I was mortified, so I was. But you know, eventually, a few months later, that same fella asked me out. And that was the end of me dancing days. Well, no, it's not that he didn't let me go dance. I just didn't want to go dancing with him. I mean, he couldn't dance. He was a musician, but he's too lefty.
Yeah.
So eventually we got engaged and got married. Suppose there had been a method in his madness. What?
Mrs. Casey's dead. Who's going to the wake?
Oh, Jesus, Mary, College and Joe. Now, if anyone would die in those days, you know, you brought home and laid out in the bed. Now, my grandmother died, and she was brought home and laid out in the bed. And my granddad, he had to fix the bad leg that was on the bed.
because there was a bad leg on the bed, and he had to tie it to the bed, and then he laid the snuff and the holy water and the feather, I think it was.
And if we had a bit of devilment in us at the wake, we used to sneak in and we'd steal a bit of snuff, you know.
Well, at my grandmother's wake, there was a local fella there called Tommy, God rest him. And he was always up to some sort of devilment or other, and he seen his chance here. Now see, I knew Tommy during my life, and I was always watching him. So when I saw him at my grandmother's wake, didn't I follow him and watch him tie a string around the bad leg
of the bed.
Do you know, and this was the same bad leg that my grandfather just after being tied up. Now, the houses was not big,
No.
they was small.
Very small.
And the ceilings was low down, and the windows in them was
Small, they're about 1 foot 3 square.
Well, anyway, my grandfather decided that it was time to get everyone in for the rosary. And he gone off to try and get everyone in for the rosary and to tell them that it was to start shortly. Now, didn't Tommy hear this? He tied the string around the bad
leg.
put it out in the window, took it out in the backyard. And the rosary, well, I don't know if it was underways or not. But anyway, Tommy heard this. He tied the string around the bad leg, then he pulled it. Up goes the stays there, resting on the ceiling. And there was panic, absolute panic, and everyone was skirting. She's alive! Right, the living daylights out of everyone.
Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners now and at the hour of our death. Faith of our fathers, we will be true to thee to death. We will be true to thee to death. Oh. Jesus, it's freezing. Will we make a fire?
Well, what we use?
Anton. Oh,
Like
oh.
so. Go.
Let it go up. Lovely.
See, I have a funny notion that there's no one can light the fire as well as I can. See, I have my own little way of doing it, and I always like to sit and watch it lighting up. It fascinates me just looking at it. It's hard to explain what you see in it, but you do see something though. I always use a combination of turf and coal and briquettes.
Ah, the fire gives beautiful heat, comfort. I love when the neighbours come in, sit down at the fire and have a nice cup of tea. And when my kids come over, they say things like,
Mom, how do you stick the cold in this house?
well, there was nothing wrong with us when yous were here. Yous are too used to your central heating now. Nothing about your poor mammy having to wash after 7 of you in the bath.
I'm not afraid of water now, Mother.
You know, when my young son would go and wash himself, he wouldn't be washed to my liking, so I'd run at him and I'd scrub his black neck. One time my little daughter, she followed me up the stairs, fell down and broke her collarbone. Yeah, I don't know if that had anything to do with the little baby that wasn't yet born.
In the winter time, I love sitting round the fire, talking about the neighbours and telling stories. I don't like cleaning out the fire, it's a messy job.
I remember sitting around the fire in the winter with Mammy and Daddy. They were telling me stories about where they went and what they did, and what they saw. I used to love that. Because in winter we weren't allowed out when it got dark, you know, after 5 o'clock. We'd have to stay in. But I used to love watching the sparks. The sparks would all fly up